Welcome back to MacPhee Ford. Today we're taking a look at this brand new 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning. Now the F-150 Lightning is a fully electric pickup truck offered by Ford. And this particular one is a Lariat model and it's finished in Agate black metallic. Now we're going to take a quick walk around the outside here and then we're going to hop into the interior. But we'll first start with the front end of the Lightning. Now Ford, when they designed this truck, they tried to keep it as recognizable as an F-150 as possible. So they didn't go too crazy on the front end styling here. Now a couple things to note, we do have the LED projector headlight, and we do have an LED light bar that goes across the top of the grille there. Now the grille is not a actual functioning grille because this is an electric vehicle. It doesn't require the same cooling as a traditional gas vehicle. So this is just kind of blocked off, but we do have a nice design there just to kind of make it look a little bit more appealing. We do also have the 360 camera system, so we do have the front view camera there just underneath of the Ford logo. Nice body colored bumper as well, which does include some front parking sensors. Now we do have the front trunk, which I will show you here near the end of the video. So we will come back to the front trunk, but we'll kind of move along to the side here where we do have the 20-inch wheel. Nice gray painted aluminum here, and it's wrapped in a 275/60 all-terrain tire. And there's the F-150 Lariat badge there on the side. Now the charge port is actually on the other side. There's an identical design here with the cover. This is actually a dummy cover. The other side is where the charge port is, which again, I will show you that here in just a second. Moving on here, we do have a body colored mirror. Just feature the side mirror spotlight, and there's one of the cameras down there. Give you a look at the window sticker on this particular unit here. So up top, we do have 2023 F-150. This has the extended range battery because it does have the 511A. So we have 511A, which does include the extended range battery. And here are some of the options that this particular one has. And your price there, just under 113 Canadian dollars. So we are Canadian pricing, so just keep that in mind. If you're watching this from the US, maybe a little bit of a higher price than you would see in the States, but that is our Canadian price here. We do have the Lightning logo on the back, a nice blue accent there, which I think looks fantastic. And we'll come on to the back end where we see we do have another LED light bar, just like the front, and the taillights on the side there. Of course, everything is LED. These are actually the reverse lights with the rear camera just in there. The rear bumper is body colored just like the front, and we do have the rear parking sensors. Class 4 hitch receiver with 4 and 7 pin connectors. The Lightning can actually tow up to 10,000 pounds, so very, very healthy towing capacity. Power tailgate, so it does go up and down power operated, and we do have a nice factory spray and bed liner on this particular unit as well. Also standard on all Lightnings is the 9.6 kilowatt Pro Power on board system. So what it basically means is you have the access to the entire massive battery that's included with the Lightnings. So you can harness that power through a bunch of outlets here in the bed and also in the cabs. You have just under 10,000 watts of usable power. So that's definitely a nice system there. We also have LED box lighting and lots of tie-down points. And if we take a look into the interior of this Lightning, now this is a Lariat model, so we do have the leather interior, and Ford did do a nice two-tone design here with the seats. We do have a nice gray face bucket here, and also some almost brown accent stitching that's not only on the seat, and it's kind of scattered throughout the entire interior. So Ford really did a great job with the interior design, but it is still very recognizable as an F-150, so it's not a completely redesigned truck. Ford really did kind of stick to the design aspect of an F-150, but these seats are also heated and cooled, so they're very comfortable, very good looking seat here. And even on the door panel, more of that nice soft touch leather, and also some more of that brown accent stitching. And of course, everything here is power operated. We also have 3-way memory right there, lots of storage, as well as your 8-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. And some of the controls here, we do have your lighting controls, as well as the front trunk and your power tailgate release. So you can control both of those. We also have power adjustable pedals. And now we'll take a step inside, where we do have our key fob, which is of course keyless. And we also again have, just like the buttons on the side of your steering wheel, we do have the front trunk and the tailgate release. And a push button start. Now Ford does offer their phone as a key system, so you can use Ford Pass, and it will recognize your phone as actually as a key fob. So you won't even need to use a key. It will recognize your phone, and you can use your vehicle through that system there. Now, being a 511A equipment group, we do have included the extended range battery. So we actually have up to 775 foot-pounds of torque. So it's a very quick truck. And also, in terms of range, you can get about 500, just over 500 kilometers of range, a max range, on perfect conditions. Of course, if it's colder, you will lose some range. It's a little bit colder today. We're about 8 degrees Celsius, so we can see we're not fully charged, but we're at 380, so you can kind of get an idea there. It is a little bit colder, so you will have less range. But we'll start here on this nice leather wrap steering wheel, which is also heated on this particular model. So we do have heated steering wheel. On the controls here, we do have Ford's Blue Cruise, which is their hands-free driving system. So you have full hands-free driving, and we also have your volume buttons below that. And then on the right side is controls for the gauge cluster, which is a full screen, fully customizable, very easy to use. And then below that, we do have your media buttons as well. And in the middle, we do have the Sync 4A display. Now, this is a massive display, 15-inch from corner to corner, and it's included on Lariat and above models. So your Lariat and Platinum do have this screen. And it was actually recently kind of redesigned Ford to do a little bit of a software update, so it's a little bit easier to use than the previous iterations of it. But if we click home, this will kind of bring you to your some of your apps and your settings. So you have your radio, phone, navigation, all your various different little things right there. And then up here, we also have your settings and controls. So you can control all of that. I mean, there's an endless list of controls on this truck. And then beside that, we do have the 360 camera system, and you can cycle through all your various different views right there. And if you move out of that, so currently we do have the navigation pulled up, but if you want to pull up the radio easy and quickly, you just click the radio icon, and it will pull up the radio for you. We do have Sirius XM satellite radio, phone settings, you have your trip information, so it's very, very easy to use here. And then the bottom section of the screen is designated to the climate control, which is dual zone. And again, we do have these heated and cooled seats. You can control either one right there. And this is a change that Ford made. You can actually use the dial here to control the heated or cooled seat. So you can turn it from the left to go to cool, and then turn it to the right for heat. So it's a nice, easy system to use there. And then below that, we do have a wireless charger. And here's your transmission selector. Being an electric vehicle, it's a single gear, one speed, so you just have park, reverse, neutral, and drive. But what's cool about this truck is that we do have the interior work surface, so you can actually fold the shifter down, and we do have a little handle here on the back, which we can flip open. We have a nice flat surface here. You can eat a lunch, or you can throw your laptop on here, whatever you need. So that's a nice feature that's included on these Lariat models. Also standard with Lightnings is a massive amount of power outlets and usable power here. So we have 120 volt, 20 amp, which is basically more than you would see in your house. So you have lots and lots of power here. And also a dual glove box. Again, more and more storage everywhere. And up top, we do have controls for the twin panel panoramic sunroof. And we'll take a look into the rear seat area. Now, Lightnings are only offered as Super Crew with the 5.5 foot bed. So there's actually only one cab and bed light configuration for these trucks. So they're all the same. You can't get a regular cab or a longer box. They're all a Super Crew 5.5 foot bed. But in the back seat, again, we do have the nice gray leather seats back here. These seats are also heated on the 511A. So we do have the heated function back here. 2-stage heated seats for the outer here. We can also lift these seats up, and we do have the lockable storage underneath. Lots and lots of storage. Ford really did a great job designing the storage system here. We also have the floor liners, which are, of course, are still brand new in the packaging here. So you have all-weather mats to go with this particular Lightning. And just like the front, even more outlets back here. So another inverter outlet, USB, and then 12 volt right up there. So we can keep everything charged up, no problem at all. And of course, we get a nice view of that panoramic sunroof. But lastly, we'll show you the, first we'll show you the charge port door. So we push that open, and there is your charge port. We do have a little status indicator, which will show you the status of the charge. And there's also a little Easter egg there on the inside of the cover there. Now, there are multiple different ways to open this, but there's a button here, which we can push, and it will beep a couple times just to let you know that it's opening. But we do have powered stretch, which will open it right up. It does go quite tall, so you have lots of access into here. So first thing, we do have 400-liter enclosed capacity. So you have lots of space in here, and a 400-pound weight limit as well. So you have lots and lots of capacity here. On the left side, we do have a little mini Pro Power on board. So you have 4 outlets and USB, so you can easily power all kinds of things. So this is 2.4 kilowatts, so 2,400 watts of power. You can power a little stove or cooking appliances, tools, whatever you want. No problem at all. And there's even lights here on the inside of the tailgate lid. You flip this open. This one does have the mobile charger, so you have 120 volt or 240, whichever you have. But of course, my recommendation is to use Ford's Charge Station Pro, which will charge your Lightning much faster. That's an 80 amp charge system, but this does have the mobile charger just in case you need it. So if you're interested in this particular F-150 Lightning Lariat, it is for sale here at MacPhee Ford, alongside many others just like it. So if you're interested in a Lightning, you can give us a call or visit us at MacPheeFord.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.